Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jonathan back again with another video. And this time, because of a few things, I'm going to be reading an article that I wrote for the Badger Herald about a UW free speech survey that was supposed to go out last week. But a few UW system school chancellors thought that it was not important enough or give too much blowback, so they did not want it to be distributed. So it will be, hopefully, in the fall, but here's a little perspective on what some UW students think about that and maybe what they should do instead. The university used to be a place where students would leave their bubble and come to learn and encounter, understand, and contend with the world. It used to be a place where students come to learn, think, talk, and act so that they can go understand the problems of the world and fix them. This requires free speech for students. If students are forced to agree with what their professors or what their classmates think and are purposefully encouraged to articulate what they think, they lose the opportunity to grow and learn a better understanding of the world. Unfortunately, it seems many UW system schools chancellors have lost sight of the proper role of their institutions and what the requirement of free speech should be in that role. Recently, the UW Whitewater interim president Jim Henderson resigned over his apprehensions to a survey about asking students at UW system schools what their views on free speech were and whether free speech rights were being protected on campus. According to the Capital Times, he believed the survey was not necessary because, quote, First Amendment rights are vital to the UW Whitewater community, and they have been demonstrated that they are able to assure that a variety of sources are heard on campus in a respectful way, so we didn't view this as a crucial serving of our students. If he was so sure that his students felt that they were allowed to articulate what they believed, why wouldn't he want the survey to go out? If he were correct, it would put a shining light on UW system schools as a bastion of free speech and the American ideals. However, according to a 2020 Night Free Expression Series survey, which randomly surveyed 1,000 college students around the country, only 47% of college students believe that their free speech rights were being protected on campuses, and 65% believe that their school's climate stifled speech that might be offensive to others. Considering an interim president resigned over a similar survey being distributed to UW systems school students and the possible blowback that he and other UW system schools leadership might receive as a result of the survey, he likely does not think that the results would be much different. In addition, not only did objections come from Henderson and UW Whitewater, but also from other UW school chancellors, according to the Capital Times piece. The survey was initially canceled because of objections after a meeting with the chancellors, but after further deliberations was moved to the fall. The reaction by the heads of our universities should be very concerning to all those that not only care about free speech on campus, but also those who care about institutions of higher learning success in the future. Our leadership for our universities needs to encourage students to speak out when they don't feel that they have free speech, or else these universities will lose their credibility as institutions that teach people to think for themselves. In addition, according to Pew Research, between 2015 and 2017, the percentage of conservatives that thought higher education had a negative overall effect on the country went from 37 to 59%. This means that the average conservative thinks that university is a negative force on society and not a place for young people to learn, grow, and develop their ideas and arguments so that they can be useful and successful in the world. This is in large part because they don't think that a wide variation of opinions and viewpoints are being represented on campus and in the classroom. According to the same study, 96% of Republicans 65 and over and 58% of Republicans 18 to 34 thought that the professors bringing their own viewpoints into the classroom was a major reason why universities were heading in the wrong direction. A large part of the dislike for professors bringing their personal opinions and moral opinions into the classroom is that although they might still technically allow free speech in their classroom, students might not feel that they have the right to say whatever they want without their grade or their participation in the class being affected. This destroys the idea and the reason for free speech, which is to allow students to better learn and to argue and articulate what they actually believe and to learn from others that do the same. Students need to not only have their free speech rights guaranteed, but they also need to feel and be actively encouraged to learn to voice their opinions in the classroom, or else universities will become glorified trade schools for engineers and doctors and not the current bastions of learning that they are now. They will no longer be a place for young people to learn to articulate themselves and to find and make the world a better place. If you are part of the UW system school leadership and are afraid of the blowback that you might receive from the results of the free speech survey, follow the Jim Henderson model and leave. Let someone who understands the role of higher education and is willing to accept criticism from these students take your place so that we can restore free speech on campus, so that schools like UW-Madison don't become academies of indoctrination, but instead universities where students learn to tackle every problem in the world and fix them and make the world a better place.